Muhammad from Saudi Arabia says that we know in the miraj hadith, when the Prophet ﷺ traveled from Mecca to Jerusalem and then ascended to the seventh heaven, he met Musa 3 times. While traveling, he saw Musa praying near the red dune next to his grave. And when he reached Jerusalem, he prayed and led the prayer of all the messengers and prophets of Allah. They prayed behind him. And when he ascended to the 6th heaven, he met Musa once again, with a difference of opinion among scholars whether the prayer in Jerusalem was before the ascension or after. And I think and believe that most likely it was after, because when he went to the heavens and he met the messengers, they did not recognize him, they did not know who he was, and they asked about him. So this means that they did not meet him prior to that meeting in the seventh, in the heavens. And after that, when he descended to earth once again, he went to Jerusalem and he led them in prayer. This, what Ibn Kathir also, may Allah have mercy on his soul, authenticated and chose. So the question, the $1 million question of Muhammad, is our Prophet ﷺ alive in his grave? Because he saw Musa alive next to his grave praying, and in Jerusalem and on the 6th heaven on the night, the miraculous night of Al-Miraj. To answer your question, I will answer you another question. If we were to open the grave of the Prophet ﷺ, would he come out and walk between us and eat and drink like us? Definitely the answer is no. Why? Because otherwise he would not have died. So is he alive or is he dead? The answer, our life is different than his life. And it's different than all those deceased lives in the graves. Because we have 3 phases. We have this dunya that we live in and we die. Then we are transferred into another phase known as barzakh. This is the life between this dunya and the hereafter. And after that, when we resurrected, we live the full eternal life of the hereafter, of the day of judgment, for eternity. Now, the Prophet ﷺ is alive in his grave, but his life is not like ours in the sense that he does not eat and drink and mate like we do. It's a different world altogether that does not resemble any what we know of. So by this, we cannot say, oh, if the Prophet is alive, then let me get closer to the grave and say, oh, Prophet of Allah, do this for me, do that for me. Can you tell Allah Azza wa Jalla or ask Allah to do this and that and to pay off my debts and to guide my children, etc.? And I shout so that he could hear me. No, this is not right. You cannot communicate with the Prophet ﷺ. You cannot make dua to the Prophet ﷺ. Allah has appointed an angel that whoever gives salam would relay this salam to the Prophet ﷺ. Not that the Prophet hears us or knows what's happening on earth. So I hope this answers your question.